Alright guys, it's BLM here and we are back with more Shadow Mordor. So let's continue on. We're about to start the rescue quest, I believe is what it's called. So yeah, I spent the entire last episode pretty much just talking about the future Let's Plays and all that sort of stuff. So this time I want to talk about reality TV because there's a lot of shit to talk about in terms of reality TV that I've been watching recently. So if you don't care about that stuff, sorry. But that's what I'm going to talk about. I mean, Big Brother has been interesting. I'm Bailey's HOH, and she's been pretty terrible. Really, I mean, the entire house has just been playing pretty terribly this week. Like, I don't think, like, Tyler, like, it's so strange. Like, Bailey's playing really bad. She really, like, she has a serious case of HOHitis, along with the fact that she also, revealed her secret to Rachel, her power and stuff to Rachel, while also nominating Rachel. Oh, fuck off, brand enemies.
Stay quiet. Emotion will add weight to your step.
Okay.
It would appear all of her men have fallen.
That is why we must help her. She has no one left by her side.
Okay. This could get tough.
Keep your eyes open, says the captain. But I don't say nothing.
We need to get guys on their own because we do need to do this without raising any alarms.
The old captain came close to begging for his life when he saw the executioner's axe over his head. I know, bloody pathetic.
Shit.
New one looks more worthy. He don't look like he's ever had to beg for anything. This expresses his muscles and everyone jumps.
Okay.
Seen the new captain yet?
Okay.
I suppose it was my imagination. One good shot is all I need. You need to show common sense. I see you, trainer. You can't hit shrubs no matter how many
Fuck.
shots you get.
Shit. Okay, we just need two more. Okay. There we go, we got it. Fuck. At least now we can actually be detected. Okay, got it. Okay, reality TV. Big Brother's been interesting. A lot of bad gameplay. I really don't. Like, I mean, Rachel's been playing really terribly. I mean, Bailey's been playing pretty badly. Tyler's been kind of all over the place. I really don't really know how to analyze his game right now, to be honest. Okay, well, let's just kill them. Ah, fuck. I don't know, it's been fun, but that's not really why we really want to talk about. Survivor New Zealand finale today. Super fucking happy with the result. I was really scared that Tess was gonna win. And I would have been really disappointed at that ending, considering Tess played, if she had won the shittiest games from a winner in Survivor history. I think the only game I would consider better than her in terms of winning games of any version of Survivor would be the people that did get voted out. I feel like outside of those people, outside of Vanessa from Survivor South Africa season 1 and Guy Leach from Australian Celebrity Survivor, I don't think there's a worse winner. Like, I really don't. Like, because Tess literally voted correctly, I believe 3 times out of 10 tribal councils she's been to. I believe that was the correct stat. With out of the post-merge, she only correctly voted once, with that vote being a unanimous vote. Mind you, another one was a split vote, so that's kind of like, oh, we have the rescuer, don't we? Alright, so that one's kind of iffy, like the first vote of the merge, like that was a split vote. So it's like, I guess that's kind of lenient here. Oh, wait, do we have to hold it? But, oh my god, did she play a shitty game. Like, for her to win Final 4 immunity and still be blindsided at what's going on at Final 4 is fucking mind-blowing to me. So I'm so happy Lisa won. Like, Lisa played probably the best. I think I have her as my #1 international winner of Survivor up to this point, and that's including every English language version of Survivor outside the US, with the exception of Survivor Africa Panama, just because no one's been able to find a copy of that season. Okay, well, this isn't going well. Okay, well, fuck. I guess we'll have to fight. Well, fuck. But even then, like, I know the results of that season, so I'm pretty sure the winner wouldn't be above where I would rank Lisa. Okay. And to be honest, Lisa, like, I also put her in the rankings compared to American Survivor winners as well, and she's really high. I have her ranked, I think, 10 out of all winners. I have her right above Natalie Anderson, because she played a very dominant game. The only problem I have, like, the only reason she's not higher is because I don't feel like obviously she wasn't #1 the entirety of the game. That didn't happen until the map boot, pretty much, where she became the #1 dominant person in the game. But she was on the right side of the vote. Every single vote she was at. She knew who was going home every single time. I mean, like, I really find it hard to find flaws in her game. And a lot of the flaws that would, like, a lot of the things that would typically not go her way on other seasons of, like, American Survivor and stuff, like this, like the stereotype that's against, like, older women. I mean, she's not even that old, really. Oh, fuck! Damn it. Okay, we'll try again. Like, I believe she's not even 40. But, like, usually there is the stereotype against older women, these mom-like figures on Survivor, and I'm mostly Survivor, because, I mean, usually those sort of figures aren't on Big Brother, but usually on Survivor, those sort of figures get to the end and they don't win. I mean, people like Dawn, people like Carolyn, but Carolyn was kind of different. But, I mean, actually, no, I guess she was that way too. But, I mean, there's usually these, like, older women, and Lisa Welchel, who make it to the end and don't get the votes at the end. And I'm so happy that Lisa was the one to break that, because I think Lisa played the best game out of all of those people as well. And I think a problem with these sort of things, too, is that usually... Oh, fuck off. Okay, fuck. But usually these people that, these, like, older women and stuff like that do make it to the end, usually they're not the dominant person in like in that alliance, unlike Lisa, where Lisa was clearly the dominant person within that alliance at the end of the game. I mean, okay, we're doing this pretty terribly here. Like I was really impressed with Lisa's game, and I'm really happy that she did end up winning. And I think she's easily the best winner of an international version of Survivor. I mean but to be fair, that's because international versions of Survivor usually don't have the greatest winners.
You are hurt because of me. I am the handicap to you.
Like, I mean, the only like when you think of like Survivor UK, I mean, you got Charlotte and Johnny, which I mean both people who like are. I mean, I think Johnny is a good winner, but the problem with Johnny is that he really didn't actively do the things that got him the win. Like, I mean, it's like, I mean, he like a lot of the stuff was just because he was just such a nice guy. People liked him, but it's not like he positioned himself in a certain way to get him that way. It just so happened to be that way.
Not my spirit. The Tower of Sauron interrogated me on your whereabouts, but I did not betray you.
Then you have proven my faith.
As you now prove mine.
Then I mean, you got Australian Survivor, the two new ones. There's not even close. I mean, Lisa's a much better winner than those. I mean, you got the two other Australian Survivor seasons, which again, Guy Leach is the worst winner in Survivor history. But then you get Rob Dixon, which is a good winner. But again, I don't feel like it's like a lot of like while he did play a very strong game. I mean, I do think there was a lot to him where it was like he was hung up on the I'm a good person sort of thing and all that sort of stuff. Even though he did play really well, especially for at the time that he played. I mean, he played in what, 2001, I think is when the season filmed, which for that time, I think he's the best winner Survivor up to that point. Even including US Survivor. Like, I think he's a fantastic winner, but not a perfect winner, especially because the way he acted towards certain people in the jury, that could have easily lost them their jury votes. I mean, he did lose a jury vote, and then he could have easily lost other ones. Okay, wait. But they decided to forgive him. Yeah, and then like, was it? I'm comparing her to Avi again. I think Avi is an underrated player, but yeah, I mean, Avi didn't even come close to thinking as much strategically about his position in the game as much as Lisa. Lisa actively put herself in a position to where she was able to dominate the game. I mean, she actively made the choice of who went home pretty much every week. And a lot of it was her along with Matt, but then she was able to cut Matt at the final 6, and then from that point on, she was able to be in the front.
I don't belong here.
You will be a champion to my people.
Over there.
When you walk on your own.
And then you get Survivor South Africa, which, I mean, has pretty mediocre winners, to be honest. I mean,
You need to leave this place immediately.
seasons 1 and 2 have terrible winners. Season 3 is like a Natalie White-esque winner. I mean, season 4 has a kind of like Aris type winner. But then you get to season 5 of Graham, and I do think he's a very strong winner of Survivor. However, he definitely has flaws. Like, I think Graham is, again, I think... Wait, what are we doing? So is that the last mission, that storyline? I guess so, because we only have this. Alright, let's do that. Actually, wait. We might as well do... Actually, no, I guess it's out of the way. I know there's another tower here. We'll do that one. But, in terms of International Survivor, again, I think there's very few dominant winners. in International Survivor, just because a lot of International Survivor is really based around like the honor and loyalty sort of stuff, and the honesty and that sort of stuff. Until more recently, and even the more recent seasons. I mean, you got Christie and Jericho, winners of the 2 new Australian Survivor seasons. Which, I mean, Christie is a really terrible winner. I mean, just okay. What the fuck? And then Jericho's a fine winner, but again, didn't play a dominant game by any means. I think the Australian Survivor is really formatted in a way, the new Australian Survivor, in a way where it's very difficult to have a dominant winner. It's kind of like Big Brother in many ways, where it's like, it's so long that for someone to keep up a dominant game for that long, and without having other people realize that they're playing a dominant game, and like the fact that they need to get rid of them, I feel like it's really difficult. What the fuck is going on? Okay, well that just happened. And that's why also Big Brother, I mean, like when you look at Big Brother winners, there's not many dominant winners there. There's a few. I mean, there's Derek, there's Hayden, there's to a degree Andy. Okay, wait, I just realized I completely forgot what I was doing. But yeah, for the most part. Okay, what the fuck?
One of my Uruks, I'd kill you just to put you out of your misery.
Okay, well that went well. Okay. Okay. Right here. Again, very few dominant winners in foreign Survivor. I mean, in International Survivor. I mean, the only ones I can really think. I think again, Rob Dixon from I think Rob Dixon and Graham from Survivor's Champions, and that's about it. I mean, I guess Avi to a degree. Again, it's like, it's really tough with Avi just because like it's tough. It's really tough with Avi from Survivor New Zealand Season 1. But either way, I mean, again, he's probably the next top winner after those two. And then obviously, as I said, Lisa's not to me at this point. Again, we South Africa reaching close as well, and it looks it definitely has a lot of potential to win the game. And if Werner wins, he's easily the number 1 winner. Lisa, this, I mean, who knows? Things could go wrong, but I mean, he's at the final 5, where he has an idol, so he's guaranteed. Fuck, my drink just fell over. He's guaranteed final 4. And I'm presuming that this season is a season with a final 3. So he needs to get through one more vote. He can win immunity, he can do something. But either way, he's in a dominant position. And in a position where if he wins, he is one of the most dominant games in Survivor history. And I think if he wins, I think he's not even he's the best international winner. But I think even when going to US winners, like mixing all the winners together, I mean, he's probably, for me, would be, what, the number 3 winner of all time? I think he joins that tier of the Boston Rob and the Kim Spradlin. Which, I mean, I guess would technically put him at number 2, because again, as I said, like I've talked about this in the past when I talk about Boston Rob. I think while I think there's a lot of downsides to his game, I think his game is so dominant to where it has to be in that top tier with Kim Spradlin. But again, there's a lot of issues there, so I do think if any more people got added to that tier, he would be at the bottom of it. But yeah, so Werner, I guess, like, that would make him potentially number 2 winner of all time. Again, who knows? Things could change, but if he controls the votes up until the end, I think he's right there. And even then, like, even if things don't go his way necessarily, even if, like, let's say at final 5, Annalise somehow uses the double vote, things go crazy, and I don't know, Tom goes out. Or Katinka or something. But then, like, and then he wins Final Four immunity, which I guess that would be debatable of whether he needed to win the Final Four immunity up to that point or not. It's like his win, it would go down. Like his ranking would go down from that top tier, but he would still be pretty fucking high. He would still be within the top 10, and he would still be the best international winner. Just because he showed so much dominance in this game. Pretty much since the swap. Since the first swap. He's had even since the beginning of the game, if you really want to think about it. Though I don't think he was solely the dominant player there. That in the original tribes, I think it was him and Tevin were kind of controlling things. And then, like, once he gets to the swap, I mean, he pretty much runs the Luzon tribe and controls the entire game from that point on. So yeah. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing right here, but to be honest, I don't really care, because again, story-wise, I couldn't give two shits about this game. That looks pretty good graphically. Again, this game's kind of weird, where it's like, obviously this was a PS3 game, an Xbox game, but it also came out at the same time for PS4 and everything, so it's kind of like, again, like kind of on the edge of like whether, yeah, technically looks better than PS3 and 360 versions, but still technically a PS3 and 360 game, just with slightly better graphics. Yeah, what else I want to talk about? Australian Survivor starting on Wednesday. That should be some fun. I'm kind of worried. But I mean, Survivor. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could potentially be not so great. I mean, the entire champion, or not the entire Champions tribe, but a good chunk of the Champions tribe doesn't seem to know Survivor super well, and a lot of them seem very mateship sort of people. What is this? Oh, okay.
When a category charges, you have two options. Knock the bastard down, or eat dirt. Let the bastard charge you.
Okay.
Hold! What now? Hop on and take it for a ride! Hold tight.
There you go.
Become one with
There you go. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So this could help us, and this actually is probably going to be really helpful with the kill 20 guards and whatever, that mission that we stopped doing because we didn't know how to do it.
You might be a natural, Captain. You didn't fare too bad back there. Where'd you get your training, Captain?
I hail from the Black Gate.
Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, Australian Survivor's gonna be fun. Russell Hance is on the season, so I mean, it's gonna be fun. I mean, he's probably going home pretty soon. I'm pretty sure actually it was already spoiled that he goes home pre-merge, but it's gonna be fun. I mean, either way, I mean, it's gonna be fun to see Russell Hance back. I know a lot of people are very anti-Russell Hance, and I mean, I love Russell Hance from a character standpoint. Okay, well, that didn't work. Oh, there we go. Maybe this won't help us too much, actually. Actually, I don't like this combat at all. This is going well. There we go. Oh, he killed more than him somehow?
Used for good.
You've been hunting and learning for long, dwarf.
For years and years. Land used to be more lush. Now a doom slowly sweeps over us.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Australia's right. To be honest, I haven't been paying attention too much to the cast and everything. I know it just got released a couple days ago. But I don't know. Should be fun. I know the first like 14 minutes or something have been released, and I haven't really been paying attention. But like I'm not gonna watch it. I don't think. Like watch the first 14 minutes before the premiere, but it'll be fun. Yeah. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I watched a lot of Survivor Maryland. I believe the last time. Oh what? Ah shit. Alright, I believe the last time I recorded, I was like only a couple episodes into Guts and Glory, which is the 4th season. I have since then finished Guts and Glory, and I have started a rewatch of All Stars. Even though All Stars isn't finished yet, I do plan on rewatching it to get the confessional count that I am currently doing for all these seasons. Then also I just wanted to rewatch it because now having watched the other seasons, I know the context between all these All-Stars and everything, and it actually makes the show a bit more interesting, actually. I actually wish I watched it this way initially. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Fuck. Oh wait, that's the... Okay.
And looked at Mirror and saw a crown of stars appear. Above the shadows of his head.
Okay. Oh fuck, I ain't kill him. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Okay, fine. The overall with Survivor New Zealand season 2, really loved it. I think, yeah, now the season is over. I was like looking at my, like the average of my rating of the episodes and everything, comparing it to the other seasons of Survivor, and I do think it's a bit high. I think I need to rewatch this season at some point to correct it. But because again, like I feel like this is something that always ends up happening. I don't know why, but it's like during the initial watch, I feel like I end up scoring things a bit higher than I would on a rewatch and everything. Which obviously that's the basis of a lot of these other scores I have are based off rewatches. So it's only fair to have the rewatch be what to compare these scores to. So it's like I feel like at some point, somewhat soon, I'll probably rewatch Survivor New Zealand season 2 to get a more accurate rating. But yeah, I really love the season. I think based off of my raw opinions, like without going into statistical analysis or anything of like my scores for each episode or anything like that. Okay, well I can't go down. All right, I think it's not a top 10 season for me, but I think it's like right outside of that. I don't have Australian. I think it's I enjoy the season more than Australian Survivor 2017. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I feel like the Australian Survivor 2017, while it has great characters and obviously some fun blindsides, it's just way too fucking long. And I think the pacing really. Oh, what the fuck? We died? Really drags out because of that. Which is ironic considering Survivor New Zealand obviously has a slow pace as well. But again, there's no like non-elimination
Short on
episodes.
lessons?
There's always usually something going on. I'm like, I feel like Australian Survivor, like I feel like people overrate Australian Survivor a good amount. So I mean, I just rewatched 2017 just a few weeks ago. And my opinion still stands. I do think it's an overrated season. It's still a great season. It's a fun season, but I do think it's an inconsistent season. Oh god. Yeah, I actually enjoy New Zealand more. Mind you, I haven't rewatched it. Maybe once I rewatch New Zealand Season 2 again, maybe I'll like it much less. I don't know. But I feel like just based off the initial watch, I really enjoyed the season. And I would rank it pretty much a spot above where I have Australian Survivor, which I had it, I think, at 11. So I guess this would be my new 11 then. Which, I mean, to put in perspective, I mean, the seasons, like, I have it, like, above, like, a little bit above Heroes vs. Hustlers, which I feel like is a pretty accurate representation of it. I have it right below, like, obviously below seasons like China, seasons like Philippines, seasons like Ko Rong, all these other seasons. Fuck, we need help. There we go.
Something wrong with your blade. You missed one. Stop him before he gets reinforcements.
Oh shit, we should end the episode, but it's not. I guess we'll continue on with this.
The talk freeze any more slaves. It'll be us feeling the boss is raw.
Fuck. Well, that didn't work. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Okay, what the fuck? Just go straight.
Torben is too quiet.
There we go.
Something must be wrong.
Go to him, Talion.
I guess we'll just try to finish up this mission. I was thinking if I'll record another episode or not. I guess I will. Huh. Well, okay. I think we'll end the episode here. Next episode. Actually, no, he's right there, isn't he? Like, that's him, isn't it? Oh, I guess not. Ah, fuck it. We'll just go ahead and finish off the mission, I guess. But, yeah, whatever. Finish Guts and Glory of Survivor Maryland. That was a fun season, though, to be honest, it's probably my least favorite.
Torben needs help.
I feel like Maryland Outback was super strong in terms of gameplay. I feel like that's something that... Oh, wait, we could do that? Okay. Yeah, I feel like Maryland Outback was a super strong season in terms of gameplay. Had some fun characters, not as much as the other two seasons, but overall it was a fun season. I did not mean to do that. But had like super strong gameplay. Then you got Terrapin Trials, which didn't have the greatest gameplay in the world. It had a couple fun votes, but had super strong characters and a really good narrative. And I feel like Guts and Glory is kind of a mix of the two, but doesn't do either of them as well. I feel like there's some great characters on Guts and Glory, and there's a solid narrative sort of thing, but it's like, it's not as good as Terrapin Trials. And there's really fun gameplay for the most part, but not nearly as much as Maryland Outback. And to be honest, I do think the gameplay is pretty stale pre-swap. Post-swap it gets a bit more interesting, especially after the Elise vote. I think it's interesting for the Brian vote and the Michelle vote, then the merge is super strong until the rock draw. And after the rock draw, it's just really boring. I mean, it's a pagonging from that point on. Like, after the rock draw, literally at the moment of the rock draw, I could have told you the final three and who's the winner at that point. I could have told you who the fucking winner was from the first fucking episode, or first 2 episodes or so. But either way. Do we have enough? No, we don't. Okay. Let's just get this. Why not? Okay, I think we'll end the episode here. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on. But for now, I guess, thank you for watching.